this American ride. Gotta love this American ride. Mama gets her rocks off watching Desperate Housewives.
Hi America, it's Don Coleman. Welcome to the American Patriot Now program. I've given a lot of thought on what to do for a program this week, and to be honest with you, it was tough for me. You know, I feel such an array of emotions that I just know I'm not going to be able to convey them properly. I feel disgusted. I feel sick in my stomach. I feel hopeful and I feel hopeless. I've just never seen our country in this kind of shape in my life. And I've never seen a president that deserves our absolute disdain like this president, Barack Insane Obama. He is an absolute piece of trash. Now, I understand that's pretty harsh, speaking about the President of the United States. And when you're elected president, there's a certain respect that you automatically get, whether you've deserved it or not. The presidency comes with a certain amount of respect. But this guy, he deserves none of it. I have never seen a president of the United States with such disdain and absolute loathing hate for the people of this country. I honestly believe he hates this country. And he hates the people who want to stand up to him and tell him, you know what? We got a constitution here, Mr. President. It may not mean anything to you, but it means something to us. We believe in this. You know what? We salute our flag, not like you, standing there with your hands down at your side. We put our hands over our heart for the national anthem and the flag, but not like you. You stand there. This president does nothing but ridicule the people of this country that disagree with him. He gives speech after speech mocking us. How dare us not agree with him? Oh, he signed the health bill. Oh, and he looked up at the stars and there was no meteor coming. And he looked down at the earth and it didn't open up and swallow anybody. Oh, what the heck are these guys talking about? It happened to be a nice day. You know what? You can go to hell. You can go straight to hell, Obama. Oh, he looked around at tax day. Oh, and he's going, well, these guys should be thanking me. I did them such a great favor. You know what? Why don't you have the balls to tell the American people the truth? The truth is that you really did raise taxes. And with your health care plan, you're going to raise them more. And now you're talking about a value-added tax. And this tax and that tax, and tax on sun boost, and tax on suntan lotion, and tax on cigarettes, and tax on everything else you can think of. While you stand there and you give a speech today saying that you kept all your campaign promises and you never raised any taxes on the middle class. You're a lying piece of trash. And you deserve no respect from the American people. Now, I can understand how this line gets blurry, okay? But my brother has a perfect analogy of the Democratic and the Republican Party. A Democrat and a Republican. You used to be able to tell them apart. You know what Republicans stood for? Small government. We believed in small government like the Constitution says. that the states should be in control, not the federal government. We believed in lower taxes. That's what a Republican used to believe. The less taxes, the better. Because we know what to do with our money better than the government knows what to do with our money. We are against illegal immigration. You know what? We have laws in this country, and we're stupid enough, at least we were, to believe that they should be followed, and that you just can't crash our borders and come in and steal our money by taking our welfare and taking our money that goes into our medical system and going into our schools and getting your children educated for free that we have to pay for. And sending all your money back to your country instead of spending it in this country. Republicans used to believe that. We're against abortion. You know what? Believe it or not, there's some of us that are stupid enough to believe that life begins at conception. Gee, there's a unique idea. That life actually begins at conception. Something, everything, has a starting point. Now, because Planned Parenthood says it's a fetus, it's not a person, or it's this, or it's that, whatever they want to call it, it's a person. It starts somewhere. God made this. And it starts somewhere. Tell the woman that's 6 weeks pregnant, that had a miscarriage, that's bawling her head off, tell her she didn't lose her kid. Tell her she lost a gob of goo. Go ahead, see how she feels. Tell that woman that had the abortion at your abortion clinic that you talked her into, that every day, every year, she thinks about when she could have had her baby's birthday, that she's not depressed and she's not crying. Tell her it was a gob of goo. We believed in the power of the states. The Constitution was set up so the states had the power. Now what that means is, if you are a homosexual, and you want to practice homosexuality out in the open, then you move to California and you move to San Francisco. And if California wants to vote in, which they've never done, but if they want to vote in gay marriage, then let all the homosexuals from all over the United States move to San Francisco. And those of us who believe that I can't even say it, I'm so pissed off. Homosexuality is wrong. We're going to move out of California. And you know where we're going to move? We're going to move to Texas. Or we're going to move to Wyoming. Or we're going to move someplace else because we don't want to live in a state like that. Or if you believe in high taxes and the government should give your money away, then move to New York, where they charge you $10 for a pack of cigarettes. And they charge you $20,000 a month for an apartment. But if you want to live in a nice rural community, a nice place to raise your children, then you move to Utah. Or you move to Illinois or Ohio. That's the way the Constitution was set up. So if you didn't like the rules and you didn't like what your state was becoming, you could move to another state that you did like. But you know what? The Democrats and the Republicans, it's the same ass, just a different cheek. That's all. We've got to get back to distinction. We've got to get back to being who we are. So what I suggest you do is what I do. I'm no longer a Republican. Everybody re-register as an independent. And when it starts showing up, they'll understand that we're serious. This is Don Coleman. I'm out of time. Thank you for tuning in to the American Patriot Now.